today's talk is very much about how aerospace has adopted the tools of the internet and email over the last few years. Aerospace in the early days, very much seen as a glamorous, gung-ho type of industry, lots of glamour boys flying planes at high speed, sometimes fakely, but they were always at the leading forefront of technology, taking it, pushing it as hard as they possibly could. One of the side aspects of the aerospace industry has been the thread in the shed, as we lovingly refer to them. When it comes to the internet, they generally tend not to be on board. We find a lot of the thread in the shed guys, which are the development guys that work for us, are telephone only. You can't get on the email, so you're often leaving them voicemails chasing them. So where is aerospace and the internet today? Aerospace industry has very much started to look at vendor online management. They're able to use it as a tool to communicate with the supply chain, being able to perform RFQs, RFIs, RFPs to great success, because they're able to control the information that's going out, so that anybody that's tendering gets exactly the same information. You're not relying on your buyers or your senior buyers or commodity managers to make sure that they're sending out the same information to each person. There's a cost benefit as well with the vendor online management, in that you're not actually investing any money in assets. You're just basically paying for a service that's globally accessible, and it's just one click away. The great thing about it is that you set up your RFQ, you hit a button, and the system takes over for you. It sends everything out all at the same time, and it controls it for you. We also have started using it to chase up certification to ensure that our suppliers are up to date, they're working to the right standards, so we can get that automated rather than having the individual buyers and commodity managers chasing the supply chain to obtain those certifications. Aerospace is very, very standard driven. You just can't do anything you want. You can't buy from just anyone. You have to make sure you've got correct standards, and the online management helps you do that. It's the seen as the more cost-effective way of managing the supply chain today. We do have companies within aerospace that have their own portals, and to a degree the portals do work, but the portals are very much reliant on your procurement team making sure the data they're putting in is correct. And in my experience, I've found in the last couple of years that portals generally tend to cause a lot of problems, cause a lot of animosity between you, the customer, and the supply chain, because there's constant arguments over what's coming into the portal, what's going out from the portal. So it also requires significant asset investment. You're having to pay for servers, which an asset and finance don't particularly like servers, because it's an asset that has to be replaced on average every 5 years. And it's an expensive asset to have to keep writing off, whereas the online management, because you're only paying a small service fee every year, you're actually more cost effective. But if done properly, the portal can work as well as an online management system, but it's very much reliant on a procurement team staying on top of it. Therefore, it requires more headcount to keep it going. One of the other solutions that we've been looking at, certainly within aerospace in the last few years, is online supply chain mapping. We looked at it when I was at NVDA because we wanted to try and eliminate as much risk as possible. We were finding that because, as Charles alluded to, the supply chain now is a global supply chain. You're buying stuff from Australia, the US, France, everywhere. But you need to be able to see where the risks are. The supply chain mapping allows you to perform multi-tier maps and scenario planning, so you can try and avoid as much risk as possible. It's a very effective tool. We've found that it's enabled us to head off numerous issues in the last couple of years by successfully avoiding problems that we see. So we might, for instance, you might have a problem with South Korea, but you've got a second scenario, so you know where you can go when the problem starts to occur. So you have the minimum amount of disruption to yourselves and to your end users. Non-direct influences from the internet on procurement. Pratt & Whitney, they've got a new range of engines called the GTEs. They've got 250 sensors on each engine, and Pratt & Whitney estimate that each engine will generate during a 12-hour flight 422 terabytes of data. They've got 7,000 engines that they've launched to the market. The average engine life is 10,000 hours. That equates to a staggering 24 million terabytes of data for Pratt & Whitney to manage from both an engineering, quality and procurement perspective. How does that affect procurement? That data that we receive helps us negotiate with suppliers, talk to suppliers about improvements where we're seeing issues with the engines, and it gives us a greater insight into the performance, and therefore we can then have longer-term relationships with our suppliers and saying that we're seeing issues at 5,000 hours or whatever. So it's an enormous amount of data that's very, very useful for procurement. And I think in the long run, AI will help us manage that level of data, because we also have now flight deck data coming in. Flight deck data is more important to the likes of the MROs because it's feeding back live data from the aircraft. If there's an issue, the MRO teams are able to be, when the plane is on the ground, resolve the issue quickly. How does that affect procurement? Well, it allows procurement to fulfill stock requirements and make sure that the MROs have got the right parts at the right time so that they can do their job effectively without delaying planes, without them being stuck on the tarmac. Because a plane on the tarmac isn't earning any money. Digitalisation. As Charles spoke about 3D printing, Aerospace was initially quite sceptical about 3D printing due to the fact that it's a lot more difficult to get a 3D printed part into an aircraft due to structural integrity of the 3D printing. US Navy recently approved on the Osprey a significant number of 3D printed parts. And now, because of that, their particular supply chain is now storing all of their step files in the cloud, so that when they're required, they can get them to any 3D printer and get them printed in hours if needs be. It's going to be a major development. It's going to require a lot more intelligence from the buyers. They're going to need to be a lot more switched on when it comes to where they can go and getting that data out the door, because those files are so large. You don't really want to be emailing them, so you need them to be up in the cloud where you can literally send the link and say, can you print this? And it can be printed, as they say, either in hours or days. Certainly the service sector within Aerospace have realised that it's a major asset now, especially with the older aircraft where they can reverse engineer parts and 3D print them. Something that we did at MBDA, and I've seen other aerospace companies now develop, are supplier intelligence departments. The departments spend their days scouring the net, looking for market intelligence, supplier intelligence, and looking at what governments are deciding, looking at policy change, and they feed that back in to the commodity owners so that they can have conversations as to how the intelligence is affecting them as a commodity. But with poor intelligence, you end up with Dilbert's situation where, unfortunately, you don't get a cable, you get a piece of rope instead. And where I've just moved to, this is really very, very relevant. The lack of intelligence within the business is costing us lots of money because we don't know what we don't know. And it does have its financial benefits because you're able to understand your market, your commodity, so much better. Cyber security is something that the aerospace and defence sector take very, very seriously. At MBDA, we used to work in conjunction with GCHQ in our supply chain, helping them defend themselves. We actually had a supplier who had got a problem, didn't realise they'd got a problem until we actually went on their website. We were looking to try and understand what they did by flexible circuits, clicked on the link, and it took us to a Viagra site. So further investigation found that their entire site had been hacked, and every single product range took you to a different website. Fortunately, it was more humorous. The serious side of the matter is that their website was weak enough that GCHQ were able to confirm that if they wanted to, somebody could have easily got in and they could have got into the financial section of the business, and who knows what would have happened. So they take it very, very seriously. There are major sponsors within aerospace now that sponsor their supply chain to be able to defend themselves against cyber attacks. And GCHQ also support that activity. They will happily stress test your system and then help you get a more robust system in place. And it is absolutely essential today. If we don't do it, we lose our IPR. And it's what makes us businesses we are. Social media. Not completely convinced that social media, like Facebook and Twitter accounts for aerospace is the way forward. The last company I worked for, they were very hot on being on Twitter. Didn't really benefit the procurement department. But the side of social media that I believe does benefit us is LinkedIn. It enables us to stay in touch with ex-colleagues. We're able to seek advice when we need to. It's a very, very powerful tool. It's also a very good way of gaining intelligence as to what's going on out there, because a lot of people post very relevant information, regardless of the industry. There's important news to be learned from LinkedIn. And then finally, we go to artificial intelligence. Aerospace believes that AI will be very important in the future. We see it that it will be able to do the more day-to-day tasks that procurement have. So the uploading of price agreements, sorting out invoice queries, managing the contracts, so it can file contracts for you rather than you have to file them. It can review the contracts for you because it has the intelligence to be able to read through and give them guidelines, but it won't be able to replace the important parts that we as humans do. It won't be able to do the supplier audit. It won't be able to sit down face to face and talk with a supplier. And it just won't be able to do that natural relationship that you develop with your supply chain. So I think AI will be a tool, but it won't replace us. Will always be needed. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you so much.